Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm Hatem Masri. I'm the president of the African Federation of Operations Research Societies, AFROS, and I'm also the member of the Tunisian Operations Research Society. Currently, I'm the dean of the College of Business Administration at the University of Bahrain. Thank you for joining. This presentation is about AFROS, which is the African Federation of Operations Research Societies, and also it's about the operation research in Africa. I will try to highlight give you an overview about the history first of AFROS, and then highlight trends and initiatives that could be taken in order to promote OR in Africa. Thank you again for joining, and I hope that you will enjoy the presentation. Let's start first with a bit history about AFROS. As I said, when we started the idea of AFROS, there was in mind to create a federation of the current operation research societies that are in Africa. The OR societies, ORSA, one of the leading societies of OR in Africa and in the world, is member of Euro, which is the European Federation of OR societies. Then the idea was to build an equivalent to Euro in forms across all these regional societies that belongs to a continent. And when it started in 2016, it was registered in South Africa as a non-profit organization that aims to promote operation research in Africa. For sure, we aim to be recognized by IFORS as the federation of OR societies in Africa and benefit African countries from different this connection or this network that could be created to enhance OR in Africa. Sure, the idea I'm using 2016 started in 2016 with a meeting in Kenya. As I mentioned, 2016, mainly 3rd and 4th November, African researchers met in Kenya, in Nairobi, after efforts done by Abdel Fattah Lawal and Charles Olak from Kenya, and supervised by the president at the time of IFORS, Michael Trek, and the chair of the IFORS Developing Countries Committee, Sue Marchand. Then some researchers, they met from different society or society, Nigeria, Inform, South Africa, Tunisia, and also ORSEA, Opera. They met in there for 2 days. I was with them virtually through Skype to discuss the future of OR in Africa. As you can see in the photo, this is the photo of those who attended this meeting, and this is the room where AFROS was born for the first time. The idea is that we need to promote Africa. We need to create more national societies. We need to link these societies to each other and promote the value of OR and the impact that OR could have on African countries. For sure, the idea, the name, AFROS, African Federation of OR, it's not the output of this meeting, but it was discussed later on through several meetings that took place from 2016 till that we reached the kickoff date in 2018. Then, as I mentioned it, there is 3 OR societies officially in Africa. There is the oldest one, ORSA, the Operations Research Society of South Africa. They have been there for a long time. They are active. They have a research journal, and they have annual meetings, annual conferences. Also, we have the Tunisian Operational Research Society, TORS, started in 2014, 2015, but before there was other society that represent Tunisia in IFORS, TMSS, Tunisian Management Science Society, and TORS also. There is young active researchers, and they are doing their annual seminars and conferences, and I'm a member of this society. And we have the Institute for Operational Research of Nigeria, and also they are organizing events, and Nigeria, one of the largest countries that contribute to OR in Africa. There is also other OR societies, the Operation Research Society of East Africa, ORSEA, and ORSEA is very active. It includes Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, and Burundi and Rwanda. They have members from these countries, and they are working now to elaborate national societies, mainly in Kenya. There is also operational practice in Africa. This is ORPA. This is another society. It's more they are working more into practical aspects of OR. And also they have their annual meeting. And we have also Tunisian Decision Aid Society. They are active also in OR, in organizing meetings and events. But these 3 societies, they are not considered as national society. As you know, national society, it's recognized only one society per country as per IFORS rules. As I mentioned, the first kickoff conference for AFROS was in 2018. It was organized jointly by the Tunisian Operational Research Society and the Tunisian Decision Aid Society. They worked together to make this event, and we got in this. I was there in organizing this event, and we published 100. We received 100 manuscripts out of 200 that were submitted. 200 plus that were submitted to this conference. 5 plenary speakers, 42 parallel sessions, and a panel discussion also on securing the future of war in Africa. This event also, out of it, we did publications, special issues, 3 special issues, 1 book, all right, 1 edited volume. And what I'm going to show you later on is the output of one of the papers that were published in that was presented in the conference and published in one of the special issues of this conference. It was a good time to meet face to face with colleagues from South Africa, from Senegal, from Nigeria, from Morocco, Algeria. There was a long list, around 30-something plus countries there. Not all of them from Africa, unfortunately, because there was really a logistics problem. It was not easy to travel. It's not easy to travel when we are in Africa. and this is why maybe online events it's a solution to create these virtual bridges between our researchers and who knows to contribute to promote OR in Africa. We are talking about contributions and how many papers. As you can see, this is data that I obtained from Shimago, which is a website that summarizes the intellectual contributions of people, countries, journals, etc. from Elsevier. And as you can see, for the period 96-2019, the leading country in Africa in terms of contribution to OR, it's South Africa, plus 3,500 papers. Then Egypt and Tunisia, around 2,000, Morocco, Algeria, and then Nigeria, and then small contribution from Kenya, Ghana, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and others. As you can see, the major part of activities or OR, publications, research paper in OR are coming from North and South Africa. But between the North and South Africa, there is huge distance and there is a lot of countries. And these countries, there is several initiatives that we need to support, that we need to link. And I think that the good idea is to link the North to the South. That's why the first event was in North Africa, and the second AFROS 2021 conference will be in South Africa. All right. Among the journals where African researchers, they publish their papers, we try to enumerate the journals based on research works indexed in Web of Science for the period 90 to 2018. And we find that top journals for African authors when they publish in OR are Expert System and Application Journal, European Journal of Operations Research, one of the best, International Journal of System Science, National Journal of Production Research. Then these are also RERO, which is French Society of OR. Okay. Then, as you can see, these are the journals where African they publish. Unfortunately, there is no African journal in this list because we don't have a lot of African journals. There is some journals in Egypt. They started emerging in industrial engineering and also related to OR. But unfortunately, we don't have analytics journal or a journal related to OR that is indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. We have the South African Journal, which is a good journal, but still it's not that international, and we need to work on making this journal indexed in Scopus. This will give us additional input for OR scientists to get their paper published there. Also, we analyzed from where these papers were published, where they are, these African researchers. There is a lot of African researchers in Europe, in North America, and everywhere, here also in the Middle East. And unfortunately, they publish with their new affiliation. They don't mention their African affiliation. Maybe they don't have African affiliation. But for the time being, we try to classify from where these contributions are coming for African OR scientists, and the University of Pretoria, University of Sfax, south of Tunisia, Johannesburg, again, South Africa, Cairo University, 2 universities from South Africa, Tunisia, South Africa, Egypt, South Africa, Algeria, Nigeria, and Algeria. As you can see, there is a lot of potential, as I mentioned, in the North and South Africa, and I think that it's a good plan to link these universities or the research structures that are in this university, whether it's research units, group, laboratory, labs, etc. We need to link them together in order to enhance or to engage more scientists, African scientists, and researchers in OR-related topics. All right, here is somehow the main contributors according to the data, again, of papers indexed in Web of Science from 90 to 2018. All right, I can see some names that I know: Muhammad Hawari, Shabshub, these are from Tunisia, Fouad also. We have Taysir, the president of TORS, Tunisian OR Society. I'm happy to see all these names, but I'm quite sure that others are there, but because whether they don't publish on the journal indexed in Web of Science, or they use another affiliation rather than their African affiliation, that's why it was difficult for us to recognize that these are African researchers. Now the trending keywords according to the period of time. Then, as you can see, algorithms, almost from 96 to 2000, then global optimization up to 2007, reliability, scheduling, combinatorial optimization. Now we have more HP, particle swarm optimization. These are the top trending keywords used according to the period of time. But still, OR is there, and we have found that these are the main topics where we have more contributions from OR scientists, and you can see this is, if you can see, this is from 96 to 2018. We have scheduling, maintenance optimization, meta-heuristics algorithm, vehicle routing, intelligent knowledge management, decision support system, applied math, and fractional programming. And these are the main researchers to whom they are referring to. It's not mainly African researchers, but international researchers as well. Then, what are the challenges and why we don't publish that much in OR? Mainly the challenges are economic, all right, difficulties to get data, to access data, to get these researchers involved in real life, solving real life problems. Social also, we are quite used in Africa to engineering, math, rather than to other topics like analytics, etc. Also, lack of collaboration. When people they come back from their studies, for example, from US or from Europe, they go back to their home country and they cut all the contacts. They don't have contacts. They try to create a local community, but this local community will not survive for a long time. It will depend on the efforts of that person. That's why collaboration is very, very, very important and could enhance the OR activities or the OR publication in Africa. All right. Also, they don't look at OR is mainly a tool that can be used to. You could do research in OR, and this is more applied math or IT or whatever. Develop heuristics, meta-heuristics, but to enhance this, you need to interact with researchers in other fields. All right, in other field in order to apply your research, in order to see the benefit, the results of your research. Also, ethics and integrity. This is also a huge challenge that we need to solve. And also sustainability. As I said, that there is initiatives done by people, but these structures, they are not sustainable. It will depend on people. Whatever we are doing is the output of one person. Then we are looking for more sustainable structure that could drive our research in Africa. Finally, diversity and inclusivity. I think that also this should be one of the challenges that we have in Africa. We have challenges, but we have opportunities. As you can see here in this graph, Asia, they don't have a lot of young people or under 20 population. In Africa, the under 20 population is increasing. It's decreasing everywhere, it's increasing in Africa. And this is a great potential that we will be having more students in universities, more researchers in university, young researchers. And I think that one of the opportunities that we have is this online access to education and research. Maybe today to travel to South Africa to do this presentation is difficult because it needs time, it needs a schedule, it needs effort, it needs budget. Now I can meet you and discuss with you in a timely way and get feedback from you without even moving there. Then I think that online access to education will help a lot African countries, and University 2.0, it's almost there. We are going to move to a general platform where education is available for free, most probably, and where everyone can meet in a classroom with diverse people from different countries, from different backgrounds, from different culture. And I think that the fast growing of some African countries also will help us, because this growth, they need more and more analytics. They have access to data. They start collecting data. They are facing these problems and they're trying to find solution for them. And I think that Operations Research, who are scientists, could contribute to that. And because these problems are diverse, these problems, we need a quick answer to them, then government, they will look for local solutions or regional solutions. And I think that putting all these scientists together will offer a nice plan B, okay? If the plan A is to outsource and look for solutions from outside, I think that the plan B will be one day plan A for governments to look at internal competency and or at least at regional competencies and work with them to find solutions. And here comes the role of AFROS. The role of AFROS is to advance knowledge and interest, education, the use of water. We have the potential. We have the number of universities that is increasing. You have the number of students that is ready to learn about IT or analytics, business analytics, data, big data, all these topics. Now look at the countries, what is going on in Africa. It's really amazing. And this will not be a success if you are not going to increase the exchange of information between African countries and African world societies. We need to have more Tunisian attending South African conferences and more South African attending Tunisian conferences. I know that it's not easy to move from one country to another country, but I think that the new way of doing things through networks, through internet, will help us a lot. Then that's why we need to increase online meetings, conferences in OR, in the field, in Africa. And we need also to call for participation of other scientists, other researchers from engineering, from management, from business, from law. We can do a lot together. And I think that that's why AFROS needs to provide help to these people who are sitting somewhere in Africa, trying to develop tools, trying to search for techniques, trying to improve things. All right, and for sure, we need also the role of AFROS is to be recognized as a hub of OR in Africa. In all cases, whatever is the role of Africa, what is the role of AFROS, we need to improve OR education in Africa. We need to push university or to find a way to convince university to do or to open OR degrees, OR BSc, business analytics, data analytics, marketing, fintech, all these things. But this cannot be done through just a collaboration south-north. All right, we are looking for collaboration south-south. We can develop programs between Tunisia, Algeria, between Algeria and Morocco, between South Africa and Tanzania, between Nigeria and Tunisia, Senegal. All right, we need to do that. We need to give a choice. We need to link people together. Without network, it will never work. All right, and for that, we need to provide them with information. And we need to provide them with information through a structure. All right, through a structure. There must be a system that will englobe all these people together and bring all these people to work together, whether it's a research project or another structure of project. And that's why the dream is to build that other structure of research. All right, it's not just research, but also those who are practitioners. This is why we need to identify them and we need to put them in groups. And that's why AFROS initiated what we call the African research groups. All right, and these are African research group, whether they are working groups spread onto whole Africa or chapters that are just in a small piece of land, they are working together. And I think that encouraging the collaboration between these entities will help, or between members of AFROS will help to promote research in AFROS. OR events is a key, and that's why we are pushing to get our our events each 3 years, and the next time in 2021 will be in South Africa. And also we need to support the national societies. We are going to support the national societies. People, they will try to attend national societies events. And the structure, and what I mean by structure is the African chapters, all right, and as I mentioned, the African working groups. The African working groups, we got this idea, we were inspired by Europe. There is European working groups, then we will do African working groups, and we will try to link African to European, or African to informs the American, and we will try to link these people together. And as I mentioned it, without network it will not work. Africa will be branded. We will try to brand, we will try to promote national society. We will try to organize online summer schools. We will aim to create a newsletter, sponsor academic journals, and increase the number of virtual meetings. One of the events that we are going to create soon, it's an initiative, what we call 1 minute OR for Africa, where scientists, they will record themselves for 1 minute to talk about one of their initiatives or one of their achievements in terms of OR, applied OR to Africa to solve a problem in Africa. And we will display this into broadcasting channels through social media, and they hope that this will be of great benefit for Africa. Then welcome to join AFROS. Further details about African working groups and African chapters are available on the website of the society. I will be happy to receive and to read your emails. In all cases, AFROS should have an impact. We must be sustainable. We are working on a new strategy that will try to align whatever initiatives we are doing with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you very much for attending this session. And thank you for ORSA for the invitation. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you will join this initiative of OR in Africa. Thank you very much.